Debbie Thompson. My husband Nick and I come to the 9:30 service on a Sunday morning. One of the core values at Beacon is about love and how to love people. And I feel that as a hospital chaplain, that's my way of serving by loving people. It's a way for me to fulfill what I believe is the gift that God gave me for encouragement, building people up. One of the things that I learnt as a chaplain is how to listen. I've always told my children, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should listen twice as much as you speak. As a chaplain, you get to hear all sorts. You get to hear the most personal, deepest needs that they have. It's almost like a burst of a section of their life, a 2-minute span of something that's really important. It's a real privilege to come alongside somebody at a time where they are feeling self-conscious, they're not in their normal surroundings. Perhaps you're a business person that wears a suit all day and suddenly you're in a hospital robe or a pair of pyjamas in a different environment, and it's my opportunity to go and just sit with them, talk to them about the things they want to talk about. I once had a man that told me about growing potatoes, and he was in for 6 weeks. He had dementia, and every week he told me the same thing that he told me before. There's nothing I don't know about growing potatoes. But that was meeting his need. For other people, it's an opportunity, a real opportunity to talk about Jesus, to share about what they believe in, what their hopes and dreams are, and to read the Bible and to pray with them. Very rarely do you get the opportunity to pray with people. It's very difficult in this world. If a nurse or somebody pushing a trolley was asked by a patient to pray with them, they'd be in a very difficult situation. But the badge that I wear around my neck is my license to be able to say, I'm allowed to pray. And to me, it's one of the greatest treasures that I have, is my license to pray. Because it means I can bring Jesus into whatever circumstance and situation we find ourselves in. And whenever you take Jesus into a situation, you're bringing his love. And it's that love and that openness and that little tiny time slot in their life that you are able to impart some of the love of Jesus. I used to be called a cup of coffee Christian. Cup of coffee Christian because I'd go round and visit somebody. I'd go and have a cup of coffee with them, talk about where they're at, where is their faith, how do they feel, are they happy with their life. Wonderful opportunity to share love, just with a neighbour or with somebody that hasn't been out very much or is housebound or just in finding themselves in difficult or awkward situations. Just by being what God created us to be, we can go and share love and show love in a way that's comfortable to each one of us. Whether it be knocking on somebody's door and going and having a cup of coffee with them, meeting them in the street and saying, come on, let's go and have a cake. Shouldn't be doing that my size. But, things like that. We can all listen. We can all speak. We can all encourage. And I think there's nothing like encouraging somebody else for making your life feel as though it's worthwhile and it's worthwhile to God. We can all come and be that person that brings people closer to Jesus. We can all share love with somebody else in lots of different ways. Kate baking her cakes. Sorry, but she's great. That sort of thing. Somebody else is good at doing gardening. Just perhaps go and cut a few flowers and take them to somebody. Somebody else is good with children. Just go and spend some time with somebody's children while they're busy washing up, doing the washing, doing the ironing. You can show love to people in so many different ways. And I think that by doing so, we are being and taking Jesus into people's lives. I try and live out love or loving people as a hospital chaplain, because at Beacon Church, this is who we are.